Yeah, this is my strategy. 26.82% profit since January 7th. Today alone, 0.73% profit with 126 pips already, and it's only Tuesday. Alright, so welcome to episode 3 of this series. So it's been a pretty good week so far. It's only Tuesday, so we have a lot of the trading week left, but I have some family coming into town, so I won't be able to do an update, so that's why I'm giving you the update today. So 0.73% profit already just today and this week alone at 126 pips, so it's going pretty well. And we have a few trades in right now, so one on the Aussie CAD and one on the pound Canadian dollar on the Trader's Way account. So the Ranger EA version 2 at Oanda, so this is the low risk, low leverage account, has the Aussie CAD trade in as well, and also the pound Canadian dollar. And this one has been profiting every single week and month as well, but a little bit less trades this week overall with 3, but 100% strike rate when it comes to profit. All right, so this is the Eagle FX account, the 500 to 1 leverage, and this is what the whole entire series that I'm making is about. And I'll be adding a little bit more, another $200 to this account later on this week. As I mentioned in the beginning of this video series, that I'll be adding $200 every single month to this account to speed up the compounding. All right, so we've had 126 pips profit this week and today with 0.8%. All right, so we have a few more trades on this account, slight differences between broker to broker, but overall it's still in really good shape. Okay, so I wanted to cover a few things before we get into the charts showing you what trades we took and what trades were losses, what trades were wins. I want to talk a little bit about my back history when it comes to how many indicators I've tested, how much experience, how many systems, and things like that, to give you an overall idea of what I've done to get to this point right now. Because I know that I look really young. I am almost 36 years old. I'm having a birthday in the next 2 months. I look like I'm 18 years old. I know that. It doesn't help my image on when it comes to YouTube and the public, because people think I'm just a little kid that doesn't know what he's talking about. But the thing is that I've been trading for 15 years. I have tested probably over 5,000 indicators over the last 15 years when it comes to Forex trading. And I have actually spent the majority of my time in Forex trading. I haven't really branched out to much to indices or stock trading, although I have done them, but most of my experience goes into the Forex market. Custom strategies created. So this includes building custom systems, so combinations of indicators, changing the settings to potentially pull profit when it comes to manual trading. I typically don't like manually trading that much. It's not something that I like to do because it's time consuming. You have to do a lot of watching the charts. There's a lot of emotions involved, and so that's why in the last 7 or 8 years I have spent most of my time learning how to create and hire coders to build algorithms for me to implement my systems and trading strategies for much better implementation when it comes to the future market. So I like to do algorithms because that's where I feel like the market is going, and there are strict algorithmic traders that actually get hired and trade for banks and for institutions and as well. So I feel like this is where the future lies, and if you're not doing it, I think you should look into it. All right, so this is one of the strategies that I've created myself. I've actually implemented it into an expert advisor. It looks really good on papers. You can see on paper. You can see all these winning trades right here. This is just this week on one of the pairs. This is NZD Canadian dollar, and these are the kinds of strategies that I'm looking for to build into algorithms, and that's why I've built so many of them. And the funny thing is that out of these 150 algorithms that I've built over the last, or have had built over the last 8 years, only about 10 of them are successful over a 5+ year period of time. And I have tested so many indicators. I don't feel like most people do this. They don't take the time to build or hire somebody to build an algorithm, because it really takes a lot of time and money to find a successful strategy. And so I realized this after constantly creating strategies over and over and over again, that the success rate is so low when it comes to long-term trading. And so all these individuals that you probably follow or you've heard of, most of them are unfortunately just finding parts of the market that they had profitable trades. So cherry picking these individual trades to show you that they profited during this time, but they're not showing you the times that they're, well, losing. And it's probably the majority of these individuals that are online, just trying to gain a follower base, right? Obviously I'm trying to gain a follower base as well, but I'm also putting the work behind it to show you that long-term Forex trading is not something that people are striving for when it comes to public trading, because there are so many people that don't show any long-term results that are longer than, well, 2 to 3 months, and even if that, most people don't even show you stats longer than a few weeks or even a few days, which is really unfortunate, but it's just the reality of this world. All right, so out of these successful trading strategies, which I have 10, only 4 of them make a profit of 3%, more than 3% over a 5-year period of time. Not very many. So that's a really low success rate when it comes to successful strategies. And this is the kind of work that you need to put in to profit over the long term. So many people are focused so much on profiting in the short term in trading, like trying to make 500, 1,000% in the month, that they start forgetting that it's not about that. That's casino type of trading. And even prop firms like FTMO even kind of are of the problem here too, because they're trying to make people or force people to profit 10% or more with a 5% max drawdown. 10% max drawdown, but a 5% daily cutoff. And this, to me, isn't realistic trading. It needs to be more flexible, because people go through losing streaks, and eventually these people are going to get hit hard, and most of them do over the long term. It's very few people from FTMO that have long-term track records when it comes to trading. I'm not saying that it's impossible, but it's a very small percentage of people that are able to stay within their rule guidelines, and it's on purpose. I'm probably going to get FTMO pissed at me, and there's probably going to be a lot of people pissed at me in general for saying this, but this is my honest opinion when it comes to long-term Forex trading, that most people that are trying to stay within those rules will fail over the long term. Okay, and I'm going to say that as a fact. Disagree with me all you want. That is fine. All right. Okay, so let's get into the trades and show you what kind of trades we've had for the week and also last week. So I'm going to start with the pound Canadian dollar, and this is my Ranger EA version 2. It's available on my website. You can download a demo. There's no expiration date on the demo. You can back test it as all you want. You can use stop losses. It's capable of doing that. It's a very flexible strategy. And anybody that's leaving comments under this video saying that I'm a fraud or I'm a scam, please test my algorithm, because I want you to prove me wrong that this algorithm doesn't have potential and is not profiting. Please do something like that, and if you do something like that, you won't comment, guarantee it. All right. And those that are commenting, and those trolls that are commenting, just unsubscribe. That's all you got to do. You don't have to watch my videos anymore. But the thing is that you guys are trying to gain attention by making so many comments and making me try to feel obligated to comment. That is just, you're just trying to gain a following for yourself. So I'm not going to be responding to those anymore. Bye-bye. All right, so let's get into this. This is the pound Canadian dollar. We've had trades from the 15th, so the 15th of June. So this is last week. And you can see that the first one right here, this was a buy position. I'm going to zoom in just a little bit so you can see. This was a very clean trade. We took profit right after the entry. I think it was only in the market for about 5 or 10 minutes, and it really moved. So the second entry, we took another entry, so we made a new low inside candle, entry right there, and it went down a little bit. So we ended up having to go into drawdown on the pound Canadian dollar pair for about 100 pips before it bounced back up. And so we took more entries. Entry 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. So 6 entries based on a grid. As mentioned before, it's a flex grid, so the orders will widen if there is a volatile market going on and a lot of volume in the market. And so this is to help protect the strategy when things really pick up. Okay, so those closed out for profit right here. And so we just have to wait and be a little bit patient, but it worked out really well right before the close of the week. So basically about an hour before the markets closed on this broker, or ended the week. All right, so at the beginning of this week, on the 18th, so we had a nice trade here on a sell position, and you can see, look at that, it really went down big time. And so we took almost at the very top of the entry with basically no drawdown. This is like 3.5%, 5 pip drawdown, 3.5 pip drawdown, and the move went up 200 pips. Now you're probably wondering why not use a trailing stop on this expert advisor. It's because I've done so much testing over the last 7 years with older versions of this EA that trailing stop just didn't show more profit over the longer term. When it comes to algorithms, I feel like a more refined and kind of cookie cutter type of money management worked better. Not with the strategy. The strategy has to be flexible and adaptable, but when it comes to the money management, I found that less flex when it came to trying for more profit was the better choice here. And so that's why I went with this. But anyway, still a really good trade, and we're able to get some really good pips there. All right, so the next one here was a buy position, and this one was not so great on the very first entry, but that's okay. We took another position here. That was entry 2, and this is when the flex grid is in action. So this is order 1, order 2. You can see that we were a flex grid is almost 40 pips, and that's quite a bit bigger than what we have for the standard grid amount on the expert advisor on the default settings. But you can see that the order 1 into order 2, there was a much wider distance between those two in the second one, from order 2 to order 3. And so we were able to catch the bounce back up and close for profit there. All right, so that was on the 19th. So the 20th, 2 new orders. We had order 1 and order 2. So the order 1 wasn't so great, but the nice grid had us enter right near the top, and it fell back down for a take profit right there on the 23rd of this month. Okay, so now we're in a new position, and this one looks like it's kind of flexing around this area. We're right near the round number of 1.69, so there could be some movement around here. We'll see. Or another order. So we're getting pretty close to another order right now, another grid order. So, well, not that close. We got some room, but so far just one order on the pound Canadian dollar today. We'll see if that closes out by the end of the week. All right. So for the Aussie CAD, so we've had some really good trades on this pair this week. We had a move up, a inside candle setup, a nice overextended Aussie CAD here. And we had an entry, and really clean entry on this one too, with just about 7 pips drawdown overall, if that, and push down for profit. So really great there. And then one on the opposite side. So push down after the push, the overextended up, overextended down, entry, and that's what this inside candle setup that I have going here. It shows when price is starting to slow down and we have a potential to bounce up. So not every single order is a really great one from the very start, but you'll see orders that happen like this all the time, and that's one reason why the strategy is so profitable over the longer term, is because it's able to nail the tops and bottoms most of the time, okay? So this is another good entry, shot back up, take profit right there, close out. All right, so here we are on the new position, and this one took our entry right here on this inside candle setup. And actually, I forgot about this trade. So we had another successful trade right here, inside candle, shot down, profit, and we had a second entry almost right around the same area of the previous trade right there, and this one didn't go down enough, only about 10 or 15 pips. Then it shot back up, but we're looking like we're getting some resistance up here at the top on the third order, and it could shoot down. We'll see, but we're just waiting to see. All right, New Zealand Canadian dollar. Now, some of you are in old versions of this algorithm. So I did give out very old versions of this algorithm back 3 or so years ago, and some of you are able to get it, and so you're still using that old algorithm, which is somehow still profiting, which is pretty amazing, because I've made some pretty big updates where the Ranger version 2 is now 6 times more profitable than the RMI version 7 and the RMI version 8 and the RMI version 9, which some of you actually have. But be aware that the Ranger version 2 is an upgraded version of that, and it's 6 times more profitable than any of those previous versions. All right, so the New Zealand Canadian dollar. We haven't had a lot of trades on this one this week, but we have had one really good one that had basically had just a little bit of drawdown. That was about 10 pips drawdown, and basically caught the pullback on that push up at the beginning of the week. So overextended, inside candle setup, push down, take profit, bam, and that's it. We're currently looking at maybe a pullback right here, but some of you that are using those older versions are still waiting for this to pull back down. So good luck to you, but I recommend you upgrade or at least try for the Ranger EA version 2. All right, so that's pretty much it for the week, and that's pretty much all I wanted to say as well. If you guys have any questions, let me know. You can chat me through my website. There's also the Telegram group which you can join for free below this video. And we're talking about trading. We're talking about the Ranger EA version 2. People are showing live results. I'm also I'm active there, and I'm showing live results and talking to people about trades as well. So if you want to join the community, well, you're welcome to do so. But hopefully I can see you guys on the next episode, which will be episode 4, and give you an update next week. Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.